Hi everyone, I'm Andréane and welcome to my channel Handmade Every Day. I post videos about sewing, and in today's video I share all my tips to buy secondhand fabric online, and I show you my most recent findings. If you're interested, stay tuned. Alright, so I think that many of you know that I love to buy secondhand fabric. I think I love that even more than buying new fabric, so that gives you an idea. I've been buying secondhand fabric since I started sewing, so back in 2017, and I've learned a lot of tips and tricks on how to make the best purchase, so that's what I'll be sharing today. The first tip that I have is to find the best platform that people use around you to sell secondhand things. So for me, that's definitely Kijiji. It's the best way to find good deals and really to find great secondhand fabric. There's lots of Facebook groups, but I feel like most of the time it's pretty expensive, and I don't know, I feel like there's sort of a vibe that there's too many rules on what you post and how you buy and stuff, and I'm not really into that. And there's also Facebook Marketplace. I know it's good for certain areas and it's good, I bought a bike on Facebook Marketplace, but for fabric, for me, it's not the best place. I know some people purchase on eBay and some other platforms, but today I'll be talking about this platform, Kijiji. I think it's only in Canada, so maybe it won't apply to you, but the tips that I will give to kind of evaluate the ads will apply for all the platforms that sell secondhand stuff. If the seller wants you to go at their place and to measure the fabric and to spend time there, that's definitely a red flag. I did that a few times, and I have to say that's when I was the most disappointed, because people really like their fabrics in general, so they over-evaluate the price of these fabrics, and that's especially true with people that don't really buy fabric online and that are kind of lost the connection with how much you can buy fabric when you really shop for fabric online. And also in stores, there's some pretty good deals everywhere. And to me, there is value in secondhand fabric, but it's definitely not the same as in the store. So if someone wants to sell you secondhand fabric that's cotton or something for $10, and you need to be there and measure the fabric yourself, and to me that's not worth it. Because I mean, I love the treasure hunts, and I love to get a lot of fabric and then just go through it and find little gems, and that's what I'm into. I don't want to go to your place and just measure your stash with you. You should do this in advance. So I would say that look for ads that don't involve you going to someone else's place. Just pick ads that are really simple. It's come pick up this lot of fabric, there's pictures of the fabrics, and if there's no indication of the length of the fabric pieces, make sure to ask, because scraps of fabric are really relative. To me, under a meter, that's almost a scrap, because it's really hard to get some garments done out of less than a meter of fabric. So there's that. That's very important, and that's definitely something that I learned from past experience, because people were like, oh, there's some decent length pieces, and then you open up the bag and it's everything is cut in some weird shape, so there's nothing you can get out of this except maybe a scrunchie. So that's not something you want to look into. You really want to look into the pieces that are full for at least a meter, and then you can get something out of that. So there's that. After that, if you want to buy scraps to make a poof, then that will be perfect for you. But if you want to sew garments, that's something that I would really ask, is how long are the pieces of fabric, what's their length and their width approximately. You should really ask what are the fibers of the fabric, because it's really hard to tell from a picture if it's polyester, cotton, linen, wool, anything. It's really hard. So I think that it's important to ask. I found that most people don't even know if it's natural or synthetic, so maybe you won't get a clear answer, but at least ask. Because for me, for example, I'm not really into polyester or synthetic fibers, and I don't sew fibers that come from animals, so no leather, no wool. So that's definitely something that I'd like to know in advance. After that, I usually do burn tests for everything that I buy, so I know a little bit more about the fabric, and to me that's like so much fun, so that's why I do it. So there's that. So yeah, that's about it. So those are my top tricks. Now on to my latest findings. Also, I'll try to show you things that I've made with some of the fabrics that I got from this lot. This is a very special ad because it's someone that's selling fabric for a friend, or I'm not sure why, but they didn't know anything about fabric. So I was like, is this stretchy material, or is this like a knit or a woven? They didn't know. Is it synthetic or natural fibers? They didn't know. So they were just really selling in bulks. They made these little rolls, and it was like $10 a roll, and if you took more than, I don't know, X amount, it would reduce the price. So at this time I bought 20 rolls for $75, and I'll show you 3 rolls, and I will also show you some things that I've made with that. So that's one of the most recent lots that I bought. And after that, I'll show you another example of fabric that I got that was a lot more expensive, and it's a situation where I went to the person's house and we measured the fabric and stuff, and I'll show you like the quality of the fabric that I got from there, and you know, I'll just show you basically 2 types of hauls. The first fabric you'll 100% recognize, it's this fabric. I got lots of this. There's over 6 meters, so there's a lot of this absolutely beautiful 100% cotton wax. I'm pretty confident it's wax. It's a wax print, and I made the lovely dress from Tilly and the Buttons that I showed in my June video. So this fabric was in this lot. In this same lot, I got this absolutely beautiful cotton. It's super soft, and I'm not sure, there's probably no linen in this, but it's all natural fibers. And there's over 2 meters of this, and it's this beautiful little flower print, and I'm definitely making a summer dress out of this. I just didn't pick a pattern yet. Then there's this little gingham, we say pied de poule in French, I'm not sure what it is in English, but it's this beautiful and lovely print. This is polyester, but I'm making a skirt out of this, and I'm pretty sure it will look absolutely fantastic. I might have to line it, but there's a lot of like potential lining fabric in this, so that will be just perfect. So I really like this. Next, there's this. This is also polyester. It's a kind of like a wrinkle fabric that has like blue flowers on it. And of this one, there's also approximately 1.5 meters. Really like this, even if it's polyester. I mean, I will get some use out of this for sure. This is a lot less in quantity. This is probably like a meter long per 1.5 meters of width. And this is really lovely. I hope I get enough to make a skirt out of this. Otherwise, I would have to make scrunchies or like hair accessories, because this would not like feel great on my skin as a top. I feel like wearing a bottom in polyester is a lot less like irritating for me than a top, but this one is really lovely as well. Here we have a massive quantity of this knit material. It's pretty thin, it has reasonable drape, and I really like this. I really like the colors, and this is something I would have never picked. So this, I would think that I would make something like the Kilo wrap dress from Named Patterns. It's a pattern that I've been like wanting to try for a while, but I feel like it's fabric hungry, and I don't know. This is the thing about like secondhand fabric. I love to buy them because if something wrong happens, I'm not feeling so like bad about myself, and you know, like feeling like guilty of having like wasted a good fabric, because it's like it's second-handed, so probably it was going to go to waste, you know, because the person, if nobody buys it, then it goes to waste, but I made something still out of it. So I don't know, it helps me to try new things, and I really like to try new patterns, so this really helps me to do that. So this one, probably a Kilo wrap dress. This 100% cotton, this is like a circled fabric. I'm not sure, like, I guess this was to to create like tablecloths or something. Not sure. This would look great as a skirt, and I made a skirt with a very similar fabric that I got from them, and it's a pattern, I think it's the Geneviève from Jali, and I get so much wear out of this skirt, it's like insane. And this skirt, that fabric I got from another lot from that same person, so probably we'll make a little skirt out of this. I'm not sure, or maybe a bag, or the possibilities are endless. In the same team I have this blue fabric. That's a good example of like scraps that are very weird, and that form of fabric is how I got the Geneviève skirt to work. So even if it's a weird form, you can still get something out of this because there's a lot of like pieces and there's still a good length on one side. So this one, I wasn't sure what to do with it. So far I did it's 100% cotton as well, and I did a muslin for the Eddystone jeans, so you know, that's still good fabric to get muslins out of. Same thing with this one, this is the same shape, so I'm not sure what this person, the original owner, was doing with this, but it's at the same shape. And from this 100% cotton as well, I got some headbands done, and I really like it. I think it's a great color, and yeah, so there's this one. Next I have this. This one is probably like 100% polyester, and this will be good for lining. So next time I make a coat, I'll have this nice lining that's a really good color. It's so saturated and I really like it. But this is not something I would use to create a garment that would go straight to kind of like my skin, so either like a lining for a skirt or for a jacket. And here we have like a few rolls of polyester that I really like the colors, but it's not fabric that I would use to create a garment. Oh, maybe this one, but probably not something to go straight to my skin. So I would do headbands, or you know, like a little accessory or a bag lining, or you know, lots of things that you can do with this. So these are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little rolls that I would use not to do garments. But I still have all of this, you know, for 75 bucks. Like, you need to, like, you know, just want to reiterate that. I will put this down because it's too heavy. Next we have this massive piece of sweater knit. It's folded in two. I will probably get a sweater dress out of this, something that I can wear, you know, in autumn, winter, and spring. I really like sweater dress, and I didn't make one in a very long time, so I really look forward to creating something with this. It is like textured a little bit with like chevron sort of like pattern, and yeah, I really like this. I think it's a really nice color. Finally, we have these little pieces also of polyester that I used this already. It was a larger piece to do a muslin for a little like tank top for summer. Don't really like how it turned out, but I tried it out. It was something really special with drawstrings in the back, and yeah, now I don't feel bad about this project not working out, because I mean, all these fabrics for $75, it's a steal. This one, I really like the print, but it's not comfortable on the skin. Not sure what I will do with this. Maybe I will do just something for my hair, like a bandana or something. I'm not sure. This one I would like to do a sort of like a sundress to put over my bathing suit. Really like it, and there's quite a lot. It's really thin, so that's why it's a small roll. Like the colors, I think it would be great. And this one, honestly, have no clue what I will do with this. It's a little bit like this one, really itchy little polyester, but I like the color, so maybe some hair accessories or something like that. And finally, for this lot, I'm pretty sure this is almost, oh no, there's a few other pieces. But yeah, so there's this one, same thing as the red and the blue that I showed you before. It's cut in a weird way, but I'm pretty confident I can get something out of it. This is 100% cotton as well. I know because there's a little like label in it. Don't know, I'm not sure about this color, like this print, but we'll see. Maybe I can get something done. Alright, and now for these fancier fabric. These are the fabrics that I went to the lady's place and spent a lot of time looking at her fabric, picking up like one piece that I liked and all. And on the phone she was like, oh, it will probably be $3 a meter. So I was like, that's great, I'm bringing your friend. So I went with one of my sewing and we got some fabrics. But the thing is that we were picking the fabric, and then we had to stay for tea and for a cookie, and then we measured everything, and it was like, well, these fabric will be $8 a meter. I cannot remember the quantity of this fabric that I got, but I made this blazer and I still have a lot left, and I want to make a matching skirt. Then we have this fabric that I dyed, but I got 6 meters for $4 if I'm not mistaken, or $6 a meter, and it's cotton gauze. I'm not sure if it's gauze, but it's loosely woven. I made this dress, I made a Charlie kaftan, and I made a little shirt. And then there's this fabric, I made 2 tops with it, and it's a cotton linen blend with little like gold stripes. I really like this fabric, and I got a lot of wear out of this little top, and there's also a little camisole that I showed in my June makes. So there's these 2 makes. I felt like I was being ripped off when I left there, but after that, thinking about it, I was like, that wasn't so bad. So yeah, $60 for, there was another fabric, but anyway, of like 4 meters, 6 meters, and this was probably only like 2 meters of fabric. So that's my take on secondhand fabric. Let me know in the comments below if you ever bought secondhand fabric, if you were happy, unhappy, and if it's something you'd consider in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next sewing video. Bye!